Three? 3 points! 3 points! By an offense that scored 33 points a game! What? The Dolphins scored more versus them than you did. And did they bring Jeff Fisher back? Because that Rams offense looked like the Jeff Fisher run team back a couple years ago. He's terrible. That offense looked terrible. That offensive line was dominated. Best offensive line of the year at the NFL Awards. Baloney! What? The Los Angeles Rams didn't even reach the red zone in this game. That's pathetic. But not one single snap in the red zone. It's terrible. It's terrible. Alright, what's poppin', y'all? It's your boy Ghiman Mckinney. Name is spelled Ghiman. I'm back at it with y'all. And, you can call me Juice, G-Man, whatever. That's my nickname. Like I said, guys, back with another one. And we're reacting to the Super Bowl today. I'm giving y'all my thoughts and analysis on the game and kind of where these teams stand, things like that. As I told you, I thought the Rams were going to win the game. I was wrong. I wasn't too surprised that the Rams laid an egg like that. But, it was a pretty competitive game. People said the game was kind of boring. I didn't really think it was completely boring. I just think it lacked excitement at times. But I don't think the game was completely boring. The halftime show was terrible. Well, it was all right. But let's get right into it, guys. Well, first of all, the reason why I think the Rams lost this game was because their O-line was absolutely terrible. It was terrible. It was god-awful in that game. Just to show you how bad the Rams offense was, they did not have a single snap in the red zone. They kicked a 53-yard field goal or something like that to get their first points on the board. They just could not move the ball. It's one thing, to keep getting stopped. It's one thing to just not even move the ball. The Rams didn't even move the ball. The Patriots defense played out of their mind. And I just don't know what the Rams' game plan was coming into the game. The Patriots made a whole lot more adjustments. And ultimately, they moved the ball a little more. And they controlled the clock. And the Rams started off terrible. I said the Dominican Sue has to be dominant. Todd Gurley has to eat. And they have to start off fast. Those were some of the keys to the game I said the Rams had to do. And none of those things happened. None of those things. The Patriots defense did a number on the Rams, That's what ultimately won them the game because Tom Brady was not spectacular. He was not great. Sonny Michel played a good game, but the Patriots, they didn't have very much going for them offensively either. It was like I think it was like 3 minutes left in the third quarter. It was tied 3-3, Now Tom Brady made that amazing throw to Rob Gronkowski. I'll give him that, but that's about the only great throw Tom Brady made the whole game. Tom Brady in the entire playoffs, guys. 2 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. That just goes to show you this coaching staff's amazing. Tom Brady's the GOAT, yeah, no doubt. But, man, he's got a whole lot of help, guys. He just does. The defense bailed him out, man. Listen, Wade Phillips, you deserve a whole lot of props. You took away the Patriots' deep threats. You took away their running game early. You were getting pressure on Tom Brady. You were physical. You tackle well. You got a turnover. You even got a turnover in your first series. But, ultimately, the Rams, they couldn't do anything. Their offense was terrible. It seemed like Sean McVay came in with a game plan and made no adjustments in the game. He just said, we're going to come in with this game plan, and if it's going to work, it works. And it didn't work. And he didn't run the ball enough, and there was not a lot of quick passes being thrown. I did not see the tight ends involved at all. Those great 2 tight ends they had, they were great versus the Cowboys and the Saints. Why are you not targeting them? And Jared Goff, like I said, off schedule. When the play broke down and Jared Goff had to make something happen, he just couldn't do it. He's not mobile enough. He did not make the throws. He was terrible. He looked shell-shocked. He just did not play a great game. Jared Goff was terrible. He wouldn't even have thrown for 200 yards if it were not for garbage time, and didn't, Now, if you tell me going in the game that Tom Brady's only going to score 13 points, I would have taken it all day. I would say, hey, Rams all day, man. But 3 points. 3 points. Sean McVay came out with a terrible game plan, it just was bad, he didn't run the ball hardly, I didn't see the same Rams offense. I just didn't. the Patriots took away their weapons. Now, I think part of it was because, you know, they've seen Robert Woods, obviously. He was in Buffalo a whole lot, so they play Buffalo twice a year, so they know what Robert Woods brings to the table. You know, Brandon Cooks was on the team last year, so they know him very, very well. They also know Keep to Lead very well, so, you know, they exploited some things. But, and listen, guys, Todd Gurley not being the same. Look, I don't care what anybody says. You know, Todd Gurley can say he's 100%, all those things. I didn't see it. I don't see the explosiveness from Todd Gurley. I didn't see him being very explosive in the game. It seemed like he was on a pitch count, guys. It really did. It seemed like he was on a pitch count. You know, he was splitting carries with C.J. Anderson. Now, C.J. Anderson played well versus the Dallas Cowboys. But, you know, other than that, he had like 41 yards versus the Saints. He played better than Todd Gurley. But, you know, C.J. Anderson isn't. If you're going to beat the Patriots, you're not going to be playing C.J. Anderson a whole lot. I would have rolled Todd Gurley. I mean, they did not stick to the running game at all in this game. You know, I just don't think they stuck to the running game at all. You know, and Todd Gurley being in there, it adds a new dynamic to the Rams offense because he's a great threat out the backfield, catching the ball. I don't think any Rams running backs caught a pass out the backfield. That's a huge part of their passing game because Cooper Kupp is now out. You know, he's been out for a while. And you saw Jared Goff's numbers have dipped since Cooper Kupp's been out. Now, obviously, they made adjustments and things like that. But, you know, the Rams, they got dominated up front. Now, the Rams, they did a number on Tom Brady too. But, you know, Tom Brady's only sacked once. Jared Goff was sacked four or five times. You know, he looked like a deer in headlights. He just didn't know what he was doing. I also said they needed to eliminate Sony Michel. Sony Michel had over 5 yards per carry. Now, I think they did very good to the first 3 quarters, but that defense being on the field so much is eventually going to get tired. They can't carry the whole load like that when you don't even get in the red zone. You don't even reach the red zone with an offense that scored 33 points per game on the year. That's just terrible. It's terrible. And Jared Goff, look, I'm not going to be too hard on him. It's his 3rd year, but man, you're drafted number 1 overall. You have to make it for those issues. Your running game is not always going to be on point. Todd Gurley's not always going to be able to bail you out. Your defense sometimes might get tired. You know, your offensive line is not always going to be great. You have to be good enough to win games. I mean, Jared Goff just looked bad. That was terrible. I mean, maybe Patriots had the ball for 7 more minutes than the Rams, and they almost had 100. They had almost 100 yards more rushing than the Rams did on the day. I said the Rams had to stop the run in order to beat the Patriots, and they just didn't. This also was a game of field position battle. You know, the Patriots, they ultimately had better field position. You know, they were backed up a lot of the time. Both teams were backed up near their own end zone. The Patriots were able to move the ball, kick it to midfield. You know, the Rams, they weren't able to do that. They were not able to move the ball consistently. The Patriots may not have scored every time they got the ball, but the Rams with 3 and out a whole lot, or just one drive, one first down. Whereas the Patriots sustained a couple of drives and, you know, flipped the field position. Honestly, the Patriots did a lot of things, the same things the Saints did. Except the Saints didn't hardly blitz, which I thought was a mistake. The Patriots blitzed over 50% of the time. They did play a ton of zone. They also mixed in some man coverage. And Jared Goff, you know, listen, versus the Saints in the 4th quarter, you know, and in the second half, he was great. He stepped up. I saw Jared Goff making picture-perfect throws versus the Saints in those tight windows. I just did not see Jared Goff, you know. Sean McVay was not scheming people wide open, so, you know, you have to fit those balls in those tight windows, and Jared Goff was not able to do that. And, you know, I'm not going to harp on him too much. He played a terrible game. You know, I'm not going to harp on him too much, but you're drafted number 1 overall, Jared Goff. You have to make some of those throws. You can't be that bad. You look terrible. Brandon Cooks has to make that catch in the touchdown in the end zone. You know, I think that the game was the game was in the 4th quarter or something like that. It was 10-3. And Brandon Cooks drops a pass in the end zone. You know, he dropped points. You know, that was a game changer right there. You know, it just was. This was Bill Belichick and Tom Brady's greatest achievement. It just was, you know. Now, Tom Brady didn't do a whole lot, but, you know, listen. The Patriots, this was their biggest accomplishment, like I said. This is the best offense Bill Belichick and Tom Brady have ever played in the Super Bowl. It just is. You know, you look at the teams. They held them to 3 points. On paper, this is probably the weakest Patriots team that Bill Belichick and Tom Brady have ever had. There are only 2 Pro Bowlers on this roster, Stephon Gilmore and Tom Brady. And Tom Brady, to me, didn't deserve to make the Pro Bowl in the regular season. Look at the stats. Deshaun Watson and Andrew Luck vastly outplayed Tom Brady. So really, you only got 1 Pro Bowler. Just on paper, you know, it's not a whole lot of Pro Bowl big-name type players. Tom Brady, how old is he? I don't even know. Julian Edelman, he missed the first 4 games. The Patriots are 3-5 on the road this year. Josh Gordon, you know, he gets taken away from the team mid-season. Gronk is washed up. Their first round, the guard out of Georgia, Isaiah Wynn, they drafted in the 1st round. at the beginning of the year. Doesn't even play a snap in his first game. He's out for the season. They had to go on the road once in the playoffs, you know. This was the largest margin of victory the Patriots had in the Super Bowl, and this is the worst team they've had, and probably the best offense they've faced. And the Rams' defense is no slouch either. Now, guys, if you think this dynasty is going to end anytime soon, I mean, it can, but I'm not going to say the Patriots are going to fall off a cliff. I'm just not, you know. They have 12 draft picks next year. I don't think Julian Edelman is going to be suspended next year. You know, the game's never been easier for quarterbacks. Tom Brady, 40-some years old, but, you know, he gets the ball in his hands quickly. There's nothing you can throw at Tom Brady that he has not seen. You know, he just understands defenses so much. He's getting better as he's getting older. The new age 40 in the NFL is the new 36. I mean, come on now. I just think that, you know, the Patriots, they're not going anywhere. And this is a bad sign, because if it was any year to get the Patriots, it was this year. And I kept saying, you know, the Patriots, they're not as talented. They don't have any deep threats. You know, I've been harping all year, and I was wrong, y'all. I picked the Rams to win this game. But, you know, the Patriots, they proved me wrong. This is their biggest accomplishment. Now, and that's a wrap for this video and my analysis on Super Bowl 53. It's a pretty good game to me, y'all. Hopefully y'all enjoyed it. I know some of y'all didn't enjoy the Super Bowl, but it's okay. We've been spoiled with great Super Bowls, guys. But hit that like button, subscribe, share this video with your friends. Tell me your thoughts on the Super Bowl. Who are your early next season Super Bowl winners? Who y'all think got a shot to win it next year? And by the way, y'all, NFL season's over, but hey, man, I'm excited for next year. Green Bay Packers Nation, we going to be back stronger than ever. You know it. I know it. You heard it here first. It's been your boy, Ghiman Mckinney. Ghiman. That's how you spell my name. Juice. G-Man. All that good stuff. And I'm Ghost.